Hello and welcome to Wildcat Action News. I'm Finley.
And I'm Emma.
This week we're starting off with our top story. Let's send it to Dia for the story. Hi, I'm Dia. Last week an exciting annual event took place here at Wilder-Waite. It was the Wilder-Waite Spelling Bee. Wildcat students participated in the school spelling bee in order to crown a school champion. The event took place in the Wilder-Waite gym and featured 25 spellers from 4th and 5th grade who went head-to-head in a fun and exciting bee. When all was said and done, a champion was crowned, and Wildcat Action News was there to catch the action. Let's go to the team who caught up with those who attended and our school champion.
Can you tell us about your experience in the spelling bee?
Sure, Charles. So, at first I felt really nervous, but then I started to believe in myself and I tried my best.
How did it feel to finish second?
I felt very proud of myself and for working hard, and I'm really happy about it.
Abdullah, can you please tell us about your experience in the spelling bee?
I was very nervous.
How did it feel to finish in first?
I was very excited.
The Wilder-Waite Spelling Bee was a great event for our Wildcats. Congratulations to our champion, our runner-up, and all of the students who participated in the bee. For all of our younger Wildcats, keep practicing your spelling, and maybe one day you can be part of the exciting event. For Wildcat Action News, I'm Dia. Let's send it back to the newsroom.
Let's go to Carson and Sophie for this week's Staff Spotlight.
Hello, I'm Carson, and I'm here with Sophie. Today, we are interviewing Mrs. Gillis for today's Staff Spotlight.
How long have you been teaching at Wilder-Waite?
I have been at Wilder-Waite for 11 years. This is my 11th year teaching kindergarten here.
What's your most favorite thing about being a teacher?
That is a great question. My favorite thing about being a teacher is getting to know the kids every year. You get a new group of kids every year, and it's just so fun to build relationships with them, get to know what they like and don't like, what's important to them, and what they're hoping for their future. It's really fun.
What's your favorite book?
My favorite book that I read to the kids is Malala's Magic Pencil, which we're just going to start reading this week. And my favorite book that I read myself is The Nightingale.
What is your favorite food to eat?
I would say my favorite food is cacio e pepe, which is like kind of a pasta dish with cheese and pepper. It's so good. And also big old cheeseburgers.
What is your favorite hobby?
My favorite hobby is like playing golf or tennis. I like both those things. I just learned to knit, and so I just started knitting, and I gotta say my first thing looks pretty terrible, but it might become a hobby if I get better at it.
Where do you like to go on vacation the most?
Well, my daughter just moved to New York City this fall, so that's my new favorite place to go on vacation so I can see her. But I also like to go to Wisconsin a lot, and I am a big fan of Newport, Rhode Island.
Thank you, Mrs. Gillis, for joining us.
Well, thanks for coming to my kindergarten class. Come back anytime, you guys.
Let's send it back up to the newsroom.
It's time for this week's good news.
Hello, we are the 5A Good News Crew. I'm Sanvi.
I'm Jules.
I'm Sydney.
We are on the lookout for Wildcats who have been meeting all 4 school expectations: safe, kind, respectful, and responsible.
Out of all the 4 expectations, what expectation have you been following? Kind. How have you been kind? By holding the door for people.
What is one of the 4 expectations that you've been following?
Being kind,
How have you been kind?
being nice to people,
Your teacher said you've been following all 4 expectations. What expectation have you been meeting?
safe.
How have you been safe?
I haven't been running in the hall. What is one of the 4 expectations you've been following? Safe. How have you been safe? Pushing my chair.
What is one of the 4 expectations you've been following?
Kind.
How have you been kind?
I've been helping others.
We are proud of all of our Wildcats.
We catch you being great! This is the Good News Crew. Until next week, be great, Wildcats!
We are going to check in with our Wilder-Waite current events team. Let's end at 5 p. with the story.
Hello, Wilder-Waite staff and students. I'm Andrew from 5P, and I will be our newscaster today. We're back with a new addition to our current events segment. Today, we'll be talking about Chinese New Year. We will have an interview with several people who celebrate this tradition. Who are you? And when does Chinese New Year start?
Hi, I'm Joshua from 5P and I celebrate Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year starts on Saturday, January 21st. That is the eve of the celebration. We do a lot of celebrating on both Saturday and Sunday. We start by going to our family's houses.
How long does it last?
It lasts for an entire 15 days. We keep celebrating until the 7th day. For 7 days, we go back to school and we go back to work. On the 15th day, we eat a special treat called sweet soup balls. There are also fireworks to scare away evil spirits and to celebrate the beginning of a new, fresh year. Look, there are some fireworks now.
Well, those are some interesting things you do for New Year. Any other things about this tradition?
Chinese New Year is also called Lunar New Year. It is celebrated every year after the second full moon, after the winter solstice. That's the shortest day of the year. Each year, the zodiac animal changes, depending on the year. There are 12 animals in our zodiac.
Wow, I see. Since we were both born in 2011, we are the year of the rabbit. Rabbits can be silly, timid, curious, and high-spirited. Which zodiac animal are you? Find the year you were born on this zodiac. Okay, now we know how you drive away evil spirits, what dances you do, but what about food?
It is traditional to eat spring rolls to signal that spring is coming. And we also eat tails of gold. Tails of gold is basically eggs filled with stuffing. Traditional spring rolls are better than the ones at the store.
That all sounds delicious. I know we tried some spring rolls and jello that your mom brought into our class. They were scrumptious.
We have another friend here at Wilder-Waite that also celebrates the Chinese New Year.
We're here with Xing Yi from Mrs. Holmes' class. Thank you for joining us today. What are some things you and your family do to celebrate the Chinese New Year?
We eat fish in Chinese New Year and we hang lights up outside.
Wow, that's really interesting. What other things do you do during New Year?
My family gives me red envelopes and we eat dumplings.
Thank you for joining us, Xin Yi. Have a happy Chinese New Year.
Thanks for coming along with me to learn about the Lunar New Year. I wish good wishes and good luck to all of you Wildcats. See you next time. Let's send it back to the newsroom.
Let's take a look at this week's lunch menu.
Hey everybody, Brayden here in the lunchroom, and I'm having trouble finding Oliver today. While I look, let's check out the lunch menu.
It looks like on Monday we're having cheeseburgers.
Tuesday we're having corn dogs.
Wednesday we are having nacho grande.
Thursday we're having chicken and waffles.
Friday is meatless cheese pizza bread.
Hello, everybody. I am Pebbles Pixie, filling in for Oliver. Hey, what's your name?
I'm Brayden.
Hello, Brayden. Oliver called in sick, so I'm here to sub. I can't wait to show you some of my beautiful recipes. Let's go see what ingredients we have to work with.
I have a really bad feeling about this. But see you next week, Wildcats.
It's time for this week's quick quiz. Can you get the answer?
It's time for this week's joke of the week.
Where does Snowman get their weather report from? The Winternet.
That's all the time we have for this week.
See you next time on Wildcat Action News.
Hello, sir. Can you spell scientific notation? Yeah, we thought you were 52 years old.
S-C-I